Everyone in my family thinks I've become someone unrecognizable since I cut off my mom 3 years ago. And the thing that finally made me question myself happened at my cousin's wedding last Saturday, when my mom showed up and I walked out. I'm 29 and I haven't spoken to my mother since I was 26. The short version is that she spent my entire childhood and early adulthood making me feel like a burden, criticizing everything about me, and telling me regularly that I was difficult to love. Nothing I did was ever right. My grades were never good enough. My friends were the wrong kind of people. My choices were embarrassing to her. The breaking point came when I had a minor surgery, and she called the day before to tell me she couldn't come because she had plans she didn't want to cancel. I was scared and needed someone there, and she chose a weekend trip with her book club. I went into surgery alone, recovered alone, and when I called her 2 days later, she said I was being dramatic. I blocked her number and haven't spoken to her since. For the most part, my extended family has respected that. Nobody pushed me too hard. My cousin Leah, who was getting married, asked me months ago if I was okay with my mom being on the guest list, since they've stayed in contact. I said yes, I could handle being in the same space. I thought I could. My mom was already at the cocktail hour when I arrived with my husband. I saw her across the room and she saw me at the same moment. She started walking toward me with this expression I recognized immediately. That slightly wounded look she puts on that says, I'm the one who's in difficult. I'm the one who needs to apologize. I turned around and walked outside. My husband followed. I told him I couldn't do it. I couldn't sit through a 4-hour reception watching her work the room, watching her be charming with everyone else, potentially getting cornered by her when I'd had a few glasses of wine. I texted Leah and explained. I said I was sorry, that I loved her, that I hoped she'd understand. Leah responded immediately and said she was heartbroken and asked me to stay. I said I couldn't. My husband and I went to a restaurant and had dinner. I felt strange the whole time, relieved and guilty in equal parts. I sent Leah a gift the next day with a card telling her how happy I was for her. The fallout started Sunday morning. My aunt called and said I'd made Leah feel like she had to choose between us at her own wedding. My uncle sent a text saying I was being selfish and immature. 3 cousins have sent variations of the same message, that cutting off a parent is one thing, but blowing up a family wedding is another. My husband is supportive. He was there. He saw my face when I spotted her, and he said I looked like something shut off behind my eyes. He said whatever I needed to do was the right call. My best friend asked if I was sure I'd made the right choice. She didn't say it unkindly, but she said at some point I have to be able to be in the same room as my mother without running. I told her that's easy to say when your mother is someone you'd want to be in a room with. Leah called me on Monday. She wasn't angry exactly, but she sounded tired. She said she understood my relationship with my mom is complicated, but she'd been hoping I could hold it together for one evening for her sake. She said she'd spent her whole honeymoon week so far fielding questions from family about the drama, and she just wanted to be married in peace. I apologized again. I meant it. I'm genuinely sorry for what it did to her day, but I keep circling back to the moment my mom started walking toward me, and what I felt wasn't anger. It was that old familiar thing, that shrinking feeling I spent years in therapy trying to get rid of. Part of me thinks I should have stayed, that it was one evening, and Leah deserved my presence more than I deserved to protect myself. The other part of me thinks I've spent enough of my life doing things I couldn't handle just to avoid disappointing people. Am I the asshole?